So we want to bring something around to an important place for you, because the subject of creation in the minds of most of you is, I will follow this process, or I will accomplish this, or I will perform this, or I will do this for some outcome. And everything that we're talking about, what we really want you to understand is that all of those outcomes, all of those things that you think that are at the end of your journey, so to speak, are really about inspiring you to the journey. It's the emotion that you feel within it that it has all been about. And so, in response to our friend's question about, really I have to go forth and multiply, that's what sex is about. Sex is about the creation of the population. Well, yes, certainly it is about that. But it isn't only about that. If you can hear this, then you're going to have it relative to all subjects. It's the emotional content. It's the feeling that you're going for. Are you getting the sense of what we're talking about? It feels, for example, it feels like the reason that I would be employed at this place is in order to accomplish this, to be the best accountant or the best web designer or to be the best photographer or the best actor. And of course, all of those outcomes are wonderful. We like it when you get your job in place. We like it when you produce money. It's a wonderful thing when the things that you want, you're able to accomplish. But we want you to feel that the reason that those ideas have occurred to you and the reason that they exist as objects of attention is because they inspire you to the focus that then produces the in-the-moment alignment with Source. You follow? It's not the end result that the end result exists for. It's the journey along the way that the end result exists for. And so we just want you to be more willing to accept that life is meant to be pleasurable for you. It's so interesting to us that it requires so many words and so many books and so many years to convince you of something that you knew when you were born. How readily you leave your personal sense of self-appreciation and move into a sense of not being appreciated and then scramble around for most of your life trying to find appreciation from places that it does not come. So we just want to put that into its proper perspective. Your life is about your in-the-moment alignment. And in-the-moment alignment always feels good. In-the-moment alignment always feels good. And so if in any moment you're not feeling good, you're not in the moment in alignment. And it's worth asking yourself, what's up here? What's up here? Why do I feel guilt instead of joy? Why do I feel blame instead of joy? Why do I feel anger instead of joy? Why do I feel fear instead of joy? And the answer is always the same. Because my opinion about this right here, right now is different than Source's opinion right here, right now about this. That's always the case. You just got to come around to that and start thinking about that. And then do your best to modify your thoughts, to bring yourself in sync with Source by finding that sweet spot that feels good. Some would say, some have said, some do say, well, Abraham, you are troubling to us because you're encouraging selfishness, and what will the world be like if everyone just did what they feel like doing? And we say it would be a really wonderful world. And everyone doesn't have to figure it out for your world to become wonderful for you. But people do not trust the natural instinct. And we want you to discover the natural instinct. We want you to discover how Source feels about this and this and this and this and this. And it is our promise to you that when you are in sync with Source, you would never offer anything that would be dangerous or treacherous or not of value to someone else. That's just not a possible thing. But you've got to practice it until you are not fooling yourself. Sometimes people say, well, I heard about that mass murderer, and he was joyful as he murdered all of those people. And we said, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was nowhere near alignment with Source. But you fooled yourself. Sometimes you have a smile on your face and you call it joy. Or you use words that sound good to others' ears and you call it alignment, and it isn't. You have to show yourself experience by experience and feeling by feeling, how source within you feels about that. And you will discover, you are discovering so much more for you to discover. And it's going to come upon you soon. You're going to discover that there are multitudes of beliefs within you that are contrary to what Source knows about the same subject. And as you lay them off like the layers of an onion, one by one, by one, by one, by one, by one, by one, the pure, aligned you is going to emerge in states of happiness beyond verbal description. There just are not words to describe what that kind of freedom and that kind of worthiness, that kind of knowledge, that kind of alignment, that kind of attunement, that kind of vibrational beingness is. Words fall far short every time. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And what an amazing journey it is.
Yeah.
The continual opening of